everybody. This is Ginger, and this is Ginger's Chat Show. And I thought I'd just take a few minutes out, 15, 20 minutes out, to talk to you about some things before I resume my housework. This thing is yelling at me. Why is it yelling at me? And I had to do Twitch browsers because the other browser was not cooperating. Hey, and it's always, you know, always something. I'm sorry. I've been fighting allergies all weekend, and it's like, that's even tiring. So anyway, I don't know why it says update key rate, frame rate too low. I don't know why Facebook is being, pardon the French, bitchy. Because I never had that problem with the other browsers, so I don't know what their problem is. Hi, Nancy! How's things in Ava, Wisconsin? So anyway, my prayers and hope that everybody is taking precautions and getting things ready to head north if they can out of Florida. Oh, that's good. Out of Florida. Since Milton is now, I don't know if you heard the news or not, Nancy. Hurricane Milton is now a Category 5 hurricane. Florida doesn't really need this. Okay, they just already had tangled with Helene, and where this is going to go, the spaghetti shows it's going to go clear across from west coast of Florida all the way across Florida to the east coast. Hurricane Kirk is now causing high tide and swell issues. It's still out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. So it's causing problems up in the New England area because there's a lot of high tide and everything that's going on because the water's being pushed. We're in a heap of trouble. Really, I hate to say this. Up here, I don't know if you heard this up here, Nancy. Where I live, we're in what they call the Ring of Fire, which is we're surrounded by volcanoes here. Rainier's that way, Mount Rainier. Up north is Mount Adams. Okay, Mount Adams is like just outside of Bellingham. It's up on the north end of Washington State. Mount Adams has been basically waking up. They've been experiencing a whole bunch of earthquakes and everything. Well, they say, well, that does not indicate volcanic eruption. Well, I'm having to laugh because that's what happened with Mount St. Helens. It had a whole bunch of earthquakes. And guess what happened? Mount St. Helens decided to go kapooey. So they're worried about my Mount Adams, what it's going to do right now. Because it's an active volcano. Yeah, they're experiencing earthquakes up there. And Bellingham goes, can you please stop? Of course, in being Washington State, we're an earthquake country, too. So we have the Nisqually faults here that run here. We have like we have about 3 faults running through here. And so, hi Dorothy! So I'm going, okay, when is our next big one going to be? Uh, last big one we had was in 2001. And this was just after I got back. Well, that earthquake happened uh, after I got back from my cruise. I went on my cruise in January. The earthquake happened in February. Um, so it's been kind of a challenge more than anything. But anyway, what we're going to talk about today is there's 4 weeks left for the election. So make sure you're on the voter rolls. Make sure your friends and family are on the voter rolls, and make sure that they vote for Kamala and Tim Walz to the White House. And of course, you have the senators and the representatives and those in your local areas. Be sure to vote blue, okay? Don't let any MAGAs in there. Now, if it's the true Republicans, a lot of them are going to vote for Kamala Harris. Matter of fact, they've been given the boot by Trump, so they're going to say, well, okay, fine, we'll vote for Kamala. I find it funny. He's getting his karma now on this. Of course, he's been panicking and everything else. Well, by this time next month, well, by December, I think pretty much he's going to be in jail. Trump, he'll be in prison. I hope the judge really slammed the book on him and say, no, you're going to jail. You're not going to be treated any different. And I hope to see President Biden, they need to yank Trump's Secret Service detail. Yank him, like now. And if Trump wants his own security, he needs to hire his own, if he has the money. Okay? Right now, I doubt he has the money. And also, what I'm, since we're in the partial subject of the storm of Milton, way the trajectory is going, I wonder if Mar-a-Lago is going to get slammed. Since the storm's coming in from the west. Okay. They also, the other event too that's connected to this, SpaceX just launched 2 rockets today. They wanted to get it out and they want to get it done because they're now having to evacuate the NASA personnel out of there. They're telling them, go home, grab your stuff, and get out of here until the storms are over. So that's what NASA's kind of worried about. We just hope their infrastructure is still standing more in many ways than one. The only other backup we have as far as rocket launches and recovery is the West Coast. So they may be doing more of the rocket launches from the West Coast than they are from Florida, because Florida right now is going to get slammed. Anyway, on to the elections. Again, be sure that you're on the voting rolls and be sure you vote, whether it's by mail or you go to the polling place and poll and, vote for Kamala all the way down the ballot. All the vote blue. Don't let anybody mislead you. There are those out there you see and hear on the internet and on, whatever your conversation. You hear misinformation. Push back. Speak up and push back and say, no, that's not true. That is not true. And if they still insist, I said, you guys, you need to go back and read it. You need to go to the credible source and read it. Stop this misinformation crap, especially right now during the recovery of Hurricane Helene. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Well, when that happens, that endangers lives. It really does. Endangers a lot of people and a lot of lives. So push back. Push back against Trump, okay? And tell him that no, we need to help these people. And also tell him either shut up, tell him to shut up and get out of the way. He has no right to politicize a natural disaster like this. He has no right whatsoever. And he needs to be put in his place. He needs to be told to his face to put it in his place. And don't even address him as president. He's not even president. He doesn't act like it. He acts like a bratty little 4-year-old or 2-year-old, and he doesn't want to learn the rules. Well, once he's in prison, he's going to be learning the rules real fast. It will be a learning curve for him because nobody's going to be doing anything for him. He has to do it himself. And he's going to be told to do it himself. He's going to be told to keep his prison cell clean, picked up, neat, because they do inspections. And of course, people ask me, well, how do you know about all this? I have a criminal justice degree. And there was a class that we took regarding prisons and how they work, and those that did corrections and how they work. Okay. And you think some of those rules are kind of harsh? Yeah, they are. But some of them are there for a reason. Now, there are other prisons outside the United States that are even worse. Okay? And, of course, they have one, I've forgotten one prison, I think it's over in, I'm trying to think. There is one country over in the Asian side that has a prison that deals solely with child killers and child molesters. Those guys are treated worse. So, most countries now ban the death penalty because they know that doesn't bring the lost ones back. So, they prefer the worst punishment is the prisoners that are alive, they're in their cells every day and being reminded. So, as I said, with Trump, we need to push back on the misinformation. Correct people. Speak up. Don't condone what they're saying. I don't. I speak up all the time, okay? And I just say no more. So, anything else? Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? How you doing, Dorothy, as far as battening down, I feel sorry for you. Battening down the hatches in Tampa Bay? Move over here, Dorothy. Yeah, you guys really are having it rough. You really are. You don't need this. I'm so glad that Kirk is out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. It's, as far as our trajectory shows, it shows going toward England. But since the water is a little bit cooler there than it is here, I think it'll break up. I think that storm will break up. But right now, the New England coast is experiencing high tides and, some rip currents. So, Anyway, I think that's pretty much it. Um, I will do my thing on Friday. Let me check my calendar. I gotta fix my Firefox thing issue. Oh, come on. Okay, I will see you doing my chat show. Yay! Way to go, Dorothy. Good. Get it out early. Good. Now, is Florida, let me ask you this, Dorothy. Is Florida voting for a new governor, or is that next year? Because you guys need a new governor. Badly. We're getting a new governor this year. So he's retiring basically from politics, and he went to country on family and everything. So, Governor Inslee. So anyway, I'll see you guys at 11 o'clock, not 11 o'clock. I'm tired. I'll see you guys on the 11th of October at 1 o'clock as always. Okay. Do your mail-in. Do it now. Get it so it'll get out. Okay. Do that, Dorothy. Go through whatever initiatives and ballots and, local, state, local, and federal. Yeah. Get going on that. Okay. Because with the storm that's coming, you don't know. Of course, they don't sure where the landfall is going to be actually yet. So, because it's wobbling. So, be sure to do your voting now. Get it out now. Anyway, I'll see you guys on October 11th at 1 o'clock for the chat. We'll discuss the rest of the week's events. And, of course, this week, Vice President Harris is going to be busy doing interviews with Stephen Colbert. Yes, Dorothy, please stay safe. Keep me posted, okay? Very important. Anyway, Kamala Harris is doing Stephen Colbert and everything else, The View, doing interviews, and Trump goes, she hasn't done any interviews. I don't think he was paying attention. Yeah, she's done interviews, and she's doing more this week. He's the one that's been copping out on his interviews. He's the one that's been refusing to interview. Because he didn't like hard questions being asked of him. And Trump's a chicken. More than anything. Okay, I will see you guys later. Love you all. I'll see you on Friday. And I will post this on my YouTube channel. Okay? And I need more subscribers to my YouTube channel. Love you. Bye-bye.